You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Yeah. You're welcome. Come and join us every Thursday from 8 to 10 American time. You know, Jamaican time is never on time. But anyway, I reason with you. Yeah. I reason with you. Yeah, important topics. What's going on in this world today? Well, politics. Yeah. I reason. Murder rate, crime and violence. I reason. Things that are personal. Reason. Mental situations. I reason. You're welcome. Join us. Tell a friend and a family member. Come reason with we, Lady D. Come reason with we, Queenie. Come reason with we. That is Peter. Well, we.
We are reason each and
Large up.
Thursdays right here on the Powerhouse Radio with yours truly, Lady D, Queen Daresecta. Man, spread the word. Tell a friend and a family member that we're here. If you receive the link, share the links. Invite. Don't know what happened to Queen, but Queen's gonna get ready to log back on in just a millimeter second. Alrighty. So just bigging up each and every one. If it's your first time joining us, so we want to say welcome. If you listen to us via our telephone lines, we want to say welcome to you. If you listening to us via our website, want to say welcomes to you. We listen to us in our YouTube or our Facebook. We're getting on the Instagram line and all of those things. We want to say welcome to you. Just say invite. You want to get those numbers up as well. So go on over to our YouTube channel and like, subscribe, and get notified when our talk programs are on. Let's Gripe on a Wednesday, 7 to 8, and Reasoning Thursdays on a Thursdays, like you're doing right now from 8 p.m. up until the 10 o'clock hour. How are you doing? How are you all doing? Let me tell you something. Georgia is freezing. Georgia is freezing, but nonetheless, the reasoning topics are hot. So I guess we're gonna get warm up in the studio. Before I run down with our reasoning topics, the respect you want to say because to your listeners.
Large up on self, man, each and every time. Thanks for joining. Continue to join. Continue to spread the news. Help us out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep it going. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we don't. Queen got I guess disconnected, so she's gonna be logging back in a minute. So when she comes on, then we'll go on and have her to say greetings to each and every one. Well, in the meantime, the respecter, we have some topic here to discuss. Past
Massive.
we
Yes, man.
massive.
Very hot. Hot.
Hot. Reasoning. We reasoning. Pastors, we're gonna deal with the church. We're going into the church. We're definitely diving into the church this week. Well, Queen's back. So, Queen, you want to say
Hey,
greetings to your listeners before I go into
hey
the
everyone. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Another Reasoning Thursday. Thank you for joining us.
yes. Well, blessings to each and everyone once again. Reasoning topics. We're going into the church. Pastors not working, secular music, mistress, and all of these things, right? Adapting to the now. We're gonna reason on that. Are you all hearing me loud and clear?
Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, what's going on in Jamaica with the Chinese? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the fake food and the contaminated foods and all of these things. We're gonna reason as well on, are they trying to keep the inmates in there, or are they trying to let them go? What's going on in our prison system? Yeah, we're gonna reason on that. We're gonna reason on Donald Trump. Yeah, the Trumpster himself. And yeah, we definitely have to reason on that. Um, is it a crime? Is it a crime for males, melanated skin males, to wear dresses? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. And where we have a little update on the saga with Walmart, and we had reasoned on that last week. And we're gonna just give a week before last, and we're gonna give a quick update on that. And also, um, are the artists doing the government work? We're gonna reason on that. We're gonna reason on that. And what is the downfall to melanated skin relationships? Boy, we have a whole leap. We don't know if we're gonna finish all of them today, though, but if whatever we don't finish today, we'll pick it up next week. So police, they're taking your money. They're taking people's money on domestic flights. So we're going to talk about that, and definitely knowing the laws of the world, of traveling. Alrighty. So we just gonna dive right on into it. But before I go, let me do a quick station update.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
All right, we got that in there. Okay, so let's start where we're starting with, because all of it seems hot, All of it seems hot. Where are we? Well, before we even dive into it, there's a quick throw in. I was watching something where it says and maybe a lot of women don't know, because I really did not know that Victoria's Secret, the reason why Victoria's Secret is a secret is because Victoria is a man. It's alleged that the Victoria in the secret is pasa pasa. But anyway,
Asa.
y'all need to you need to research that. You need to
Well,
research that, because they're saying that the
you know them kind of folks, them say them good anyway at it. So
yeah, yeah,
them good at women outfit and women physiques and all of that.
yeah. Well, we just need to go on and research that. See
Mhm.
No
where
research
we're gonna
necessary,
start.
ladies.
No research necessary, the respecter.
That's a natural fact.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
well, listen. Since we're on the subject of clothes and men, and the secret is that it's alleged that the Victoria is a man. Um, in the secrets. So, what about what's y'all reasoning thoughts on men wearing dresses? Because it's a big thing. That's I guess all of this is stemming even from the Cat Williams interview, but then it also stems from just the belief. It's alleged that a lot of melanated skin people, black people, feel that um men should not wear dresses. So what's your thought, Queen, in the respect on that? Is it a
It's
taboo to
born
wear
in Africa.
dresses? Uh-huh.
It's born in Africa for centuries. They wore dress and skirts. They might have shorts underneath, but they wear it. It's a cultural thing. They wear it in Scotland. They wear it in Africa. They wear it, in certain, not just that, but certain countries, they wear it.
Okay, and I think what another stigma of it is that, and as I stated before with the Cat Williams situation, they
Hmm.
think that it's initiation into acting, into the entertainment industry, and you know, automatically it also kind of sort of intertwined with the Illuminati situation. What's your thought on it, the respecter?
Well, I kind of see it this way. Those who are in control on the evil side, who likes to control we, dark skinned people, they found a way to manipulate and control. And most of us who want the fame and riches so badly go along, go along with it, thinking that they will never be discovered of being who they are now. And I'm not for it. I'm not going to do anything that I know that Jehovah don't approve of. And it's full time that humans start to defend those things that means a lot to Jehovah. It is wrong for any man to wear a dress, but
Spectre,
they
I
put it
don't mean to
they
cut you,
Wait,
but I
wait,
know
no,
you're.
man.
no, Queen, we're not cutting. Let him complete his
It
thought.
is
You come in. Go ahead.
according to Jehovah, it
Mhm.
is wrong for any man to wear a dress, and they found a way to make it even where the preachers, once they become a preacher ordained to preach, theologists, they are given what they call a gown, which is in the same form of a frock, and not realizing you slip that on and you shape and look like a woman. Like I say, I am not for it, and nothing will change that. Man, woman, and a lot of people preach, it says in the Bible, that a woman should not wear or dress like a man, and a man should not dress like a woman. Things change along the way that none of us have any control over. We can talk all we want, we can't change it. There are people who are in higher position than we are, who sacrifice people for their own reasons. So no matter what we do, we'll say, you can't change it. It's gone too far. So only Jehovah himself can put an end to it. That's
Okay.
it.
All right, Queen, go ahead. You wanted to say something in regards to it?
Well, he done said it. He hit it on the nose. I was looking at it as biblical speaking, centuries. That's what they used to wear. Even in the Bible verses that you've seen, yes, we know that some of it is man made and what have you, but that's what they wore. In Africa, I've been watching the African culture coming down, and not just the kings, but normal people. That's what they wore. It's called, I forgot the name of it, but I know the woman is called Kente, but not Kente. Oh Lordy, I can't think of it right now. It slipped my mind. But anyway, I know it's coming down, centuries coming down in the African culture. I can speak only on the African culture because I've been studying that for years and years, and they wore. That's what they wore. It's easy and freer for them to move, from what I heard. I don't know.
My question would be, who made and distinguished women and male clothes and women clothes?
Man,
Is it really in the Bible where God says men wear pants, women wear skirts, or is it just something that man and men themselves, in general, meaning men, women, so on, men in general feel that a woman should wear this and a man should wear this?
I think that started with Adam and Eve, and what Adam wrapped around himself, and then Eve, what she wrapped around herself, and somewhere along the way, when clothes became clothes, because back then it was no clothes, it was just leaves and branches. And it's kind of hard to say, lady, because man been so evil and wicked in this world from day one. We don't know where it came from, whose idea it is to man this and woman that. So really and truly, I'm gonna take back some of the things I said. It makes some sense and it don't make no sense
Because I'm
because
just go ahead, finish.
it's a controlling thing because Scotland and like Queen said, some parts of Africa. So honestly, we don't know if God have anything to do with this or if it's just man who want to see things go the way it's going.
Black folks who created fabric, right? And from fabric was developed from knitting, where they would knit the wool or what have you. That's where cloth developed from, right? If you look textile, it's coming from way back then when they used to do Dakar and all of those kind of fabric. It's developed by the Africans, really and truly, and they start just wrap themselves with the clothing, and that's why the men look like they were dressed like women, because they wrap themselves. At the time they didn't have needle and thread, I guess, and sewing machines, so they wrap themselves with the fabric, and it do look like dress, because even in the ancient time, the way how it look is still a plain piece of white fabric them wrap around them body and what have you. So I think the clothing thing start developing in the say the 18th century. What is it? 17th century. That's when them start make outfit and design and all of them stuff.
So
But
that
before it was just fabric being draped over your body.
so that's once again um man depicting what a one should be wearing, and
Yes,
not necessarily that came from the Bible.
right. I
Let's
think so.
Les Gripe says good evening, folks. Tonya, you should be calling in. I'm waiting for you to call in.
Mhm.
You're supposed to be on the panel with us today. So
Mhm.
yeah. So when they use this in the form of saying that um black actors, in order for them to reach a certain level in the entertainment industry, they're saying that it's alleged that they have to um first wear a dress, which I don't know if, because that's why this topic is here, and it's a very good insight. Is does that really means anything? Because you also have white actors whom are wearing Caucasians whom are wearing dresses as well. Miss Doubtfire, a couple of other ones there that has worn dresses as well. So I don't too much gravitate to that if in order to be an actor and being inducted into the Illuminati makes it that you need to wear a dress. Nor do I even buy into the fact that black men, as we stated, cannot wear dresses, because there's nowhere in the Bible that says that. And once again, back in the days, how did our ancestors dress? When you do look at a lot of these movies and you do look at things like that, you do see a lot of them draping cloths
Mhm.
around them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, and that's something that is a question that we could even bring to the church, because some of the churches used to always talk about, and bless up to you, Don mine, it says greetings everyone,
Greeting.
you. And so it comes back into church, and even from Jamaica, growing up as a child here in America, etc. In the church system, the women are always supposed to wear dress and skirts. and
Mm.
men are supposed to wear pants. So I would love to know where even the church system get that philosophy from. And if a
Well,
man wear a dress, is does that defines that they're gay?
The
They
man them
well,
they just
well,
want to see the woman them leg.
well, let let's put it in a common sense category.
go ahead.
Mm.
To have a perfect separation according to Jehovah of
Mhm.
man and woman, whoever is responsible or was given the authority to make that separation and that order, where man is supposed to look this way and woman is supposed to look that way. To me, it makes perfect sense. So it's an identity thing where it wouldn't. It's not proper for in my eyes. It's not proper for a man to be dressing like a woman. Even now, back then, I don't think it was to a lot of people who call themselves godly people, following God. They wouldn't go along with it because things change so much, and the Freemason and the Illuminati that people talking about that controlling Hollywood and New York and Atlanta and everywhere, basically. And those who are trying to get the fame and riches, they are now being identified by putting on a dress. If they're going to be the female in that dirtiness that they do, because it's not everybody out there that they say put the dress on. Certain people who are the boss of it, they're not putting on a dress. But if you want the fame and riches that we're seeing, you got to wear the dress as a humiliation and agreement that you're gonna take it in your whatnot. You're gonna go on your knees. So you gotta wear the dress that you're committed, and they want the whole world to see that you're committed to them in that lifestyle. So the dress is a humiliation for those men who chose to do what they're doing for the fame and riches. That's how I'm seeing it. They're not letting the females do it, putting on dressing like a man. Well, at least I don't know if that's going on. It's a possibility the females who are involved are dressing like men and the men is dressing like women.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's in the entertainment world, but in reality and real life, many cultures do dress in that's some of their attire. Because even to this day, when you watch a couple of African movie, and not even just watching African movie, you see you in everyday life, if you're in any of these African communities, you will see that they have these, a lot of them have the long dresses, uh,
Arabs,
pants.
Israelis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a part of their culture. So
Mm.
I guess it's safe to say that in the entertainment world, they may feel that it's taboo, which the subject came in, because Marvin Wayne had spoke on it and said that there's no such thing. People just throwing things out there because he and his brother did the show, The White Chicks and Eddie Murphy. All of those were black producers who skitted their own television program. They had nobody writing that or telling them what to do. That is just their ideas in their head, and they made it manifest and made a movie, Big Mama with Martin and all of
Mm. White chick.
their
Yeah.
they're saying they need to throw that out through the window and stop the foolishness about if men wear dress, that it's a sign of them having to have joined an Illuminati to get money. It's just them doing a production for themselves. All right. So I guess we're gonna roll with that. Are we rolling with that, ladies and gents?
Well,
Free to dress
they
the way
they
you
they
want
ba-
dress.
Well, we just
they
gonna
bas
roll with that.
they're basically defending themselves. So I don't think too many of them want themselves to be exposed as being in that. situation. But you're
Okay.
not there. You can't say yeah or nay.
You
Which
see
way you
that the
would
one
want.
that will look, the one that will look real, will look polished and look old society want them to look. Sometimes them are the one that will, yeah. You see that.
And
Wow.
who don't know that?
That man say,
We-
Who don't know that?
So we're gonna leave that alone, and a person dress how they want to dress, um, especially when it's based off of their culture. And
Dress in the way they want to dress and stay with them, stay away from who don't accept that type of life.
yes, and that's simply it right there. Until somebody can tell me in the Bible where it says women are to wear dresses and men are to wear pants, because there's nowhere in there that it states that.
So,
You,
lady, let me ask you this.
yeah.
You wouldn't mind you come on one day from work and your man have an address.
If I would mind if I come home one day, I buy man. That's what you're asking. Say, like, stop cause problem for the ear. And listen, I would I would never want to see my bad husband, whatever, walking around in no dress.
If you want to go in a restaurant,
But
him dress
but
up in a dress, you dress up in a
but
dress.
listen, but let me also clarify. If I was dating an African man and that was his culture,
yeah.
where they do dress that way, then that is something that is an everyday thing, and I've already known about that. And then again, it also depends on the type of dress that we're speaking of, because you have femininely looked dress and you
Mm-hmm.
have culturally looked garbs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference, I think, as well in the makeup of that dress. You know, I would never, I don't think it's appropriate for a man to be in this strapless dress that has busts on it, that has, the bust part on it, and tight and whatever. So you can't even necessarily
Mm-hmm.
compare what the Muslims them and you know certain other cultures wear compared to a real live woman dress.
Mm-hmm.
So in that aspect of it, there is a difference.
Yeah, but you have some men who just like dress up like women. You have some men that way. They're funny like that. I mean,
And you said the correct word.
cross dresser.
There's
Them cross
right,
dresser.
because you definitely know the difference between a cultural garb and a
Yeah,
woman's dress.
and a cross dresser. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, we definitely know that. Okay. All right. So you all done with this? Y'all done? Y'all are finished with
Yeah,
this?
me done.
Daresecta, did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure I answer that question. If you ever see
Stay
that
away from the respect, here.
full of
If you know wear skirt.
no, I would never want to come home and see my significant other in my clothes. Did I run that
Are
down
you,
the house? I want to. I said,
are you, are you
Mhm.
stilettos? I
yeah,
want your stilettos.
yes.
Mm.
So that's foolishness. That is straight foolishness. So in
That's sick.
the realm of acting, in the realm of the acting, then I can understand why some persons would say it is a taboo, because this is not a dress in a cultural manner, garb. It is a woman femininely dress that they're wearing. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that.
Except for the women that like to be turned on that way. Mm.
Uh, if that turn on a woman, a man in a woman dress, that
Ooh, you
Mad.
still there. Some women like.
that don't sound right. But another drop in, a real drop, another quick drop in for you all is, um, it's alleged that Sugar Minott kids are warring over his estate. I just wanted
Mm,
to drop that in because I wanted to say to parents, all over the world that is listening, we have to it's inevitable that we all are going to die one day, pass away one day.
Mhm.
So I think that everyone should make some type of will or put something in writing that
Yeah.
children understand what is to go to whom, what is how is things are to be distributed, stuff like that. Because no matter how much you talk about it and say, hey, Tom is supposed to get this, Jerry is supposed to get that, Pam is supposed to get this and this. When it all comes down to and you're not there, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. So take the time out to go see an estate attorney or something like that, and sort out your situations. If it's a certain chain that you want, and it means something dear to you, then and you want a specific particular person to get it, then put that in writing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying every single asset and every single thing that you have, but certain things that it may cause a conflict and that is dear to you, and you specifically want a certain person to have that. Then it takes nothing. Just get it on a piece of paper. Just get it in writing or something. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to drop in. Alrighty. So moving on in our reasoning. Let's talk boy, we have some good reasoning here. We're gonna touch pastors, we're gonna touch church. We're touching fake food. Just to give you all some rundown on some of the things. We're hitting up Donald Trump in this one. Yeah, we're hitting him up. We're hitting up we have another drop in with the Walmart and self checkout. I guess they heard us reasoning about it for 2 weeks straight. That a lot of the stores now are starting to try to revert back into doing getting live persons at the registers, because there's been a lot of inventory mess up and money shortages and stuff with these machine things. So I'm hoping that I guess the Jetson thing is not coming too soon. All right. That was just a quick throw in. That was a quick throw in. You know what I mean? So let's let me cross out that. Let me cross out that. Let's go into what we're gonna go. You want us to go into the church? Or are we gonna go touch government in Jamaica? Cause we definitely have Jamaica in it. Are we gonna touch fake food? Oh, before we even touch, let's go into the prison system. Let's go into the prison system real quick. There is a deputy, a sheriff in a certain state that feels that they do not want the state prison in their community. They don't want the state to run the prison system in their jurisdiction. Why? Why? Why they say that is because they're saying that the releasing when state prison is releasing persons that are on good behavior in work release programs and things such as, and it is messing up their prison, because those persons that are trying to change their lives, that that has earned a second chance in society, they still want to keep them behind bars, because those individuals are the one that change their oils on their personal vehicle, cook for them, wash their cars, and all of these things. Now, with this particular sheriff or warden that makes this statement, I feel that that warden ought to be under investigation, because that would tell me that you have persons in there that have totally changed their lives and they don't have a flipping chance to get out of jail, because they are fulfilling these needs of these police, these correctional officers, and these wardens, and things such as. Um, let's go to Queen. You wanna touch
Can
on?
you can you imagine how many men, young men, he has done this to? how many young men have been unfairly kept locked up because of what their needs and not what is due to that individual. That is wicked, and I'm trying to figure out where the legislators, is this thing exposed to the officials? I mean, what's going on? This is unheard of now in this time and era. That's unheard of. That's crazy.
The respecter.
The governor should instantly order the arrest of that person. The
Yeah.
governor is the one that's
Mm,
supposed to step in and say, "What? Lock his ass up."
mm,
And if the governor don't do it, the president of the United States should step in and order the FBI,
that's,
the
that's
federal
what I'm
government, to
talking
go and
about.
get that person and put here away. But they are all are protecting each other who are doing these evil. And it's, I keep saying
Mm-hmm.
Jehovah, God, I don't know why this been going on for so long. And the changes that needs to be made
Mm-hmm.
so that these people who made a mistake, way less than what governments have made and still making, and they got to go through these long sentences and abuse. And I really honestly don't know why Jehovah, the creator, is not moving on these people. It's getting sadder and sadder and
Lady, you
sadder.
know who exposed this? That's something. You know who exposed it?
No, well, I just as we request each time that if someone have a topic that they would like to be discussed, that they send it to us,
Mm,
then I definitely
yeah.
and I forward and we bring these topics out. That's why it's important. It's very important for all of our listeners to, because we can't research and find everything. So it's important for our listeners, if you see a reasoning topic, a topic that you feel that needs to be reasoned on, to send it to us. Send it to us at dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. But this is an atrocity that's taking place because you know what? Imagine if some of these individuals come up for parole and because they need them to change their oil, cook for them, wash their cars, they're not allowing these persons to even be paroled into one of these work release programs.
It's evil.
I mean, that's it's sheer evilness. How could you do that? You know what I'm saying? And with it so blatantly, Queen got disconnected. With it so blatantly, Queen, you on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line. I don't
Okay,
know. I think he cutting off.
that's all right. With it so blatantly, with it so blatantly being said, and I'm going to read the clip that was sent to me. I'm going to play the clip that was sent to me. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me try to get it up. You listen to this. What this sheriff is going to say. I'm trying to get it to play loud so that because I didn't get to fully download it. But it's, I mean, this person here needs a serious slap. Here it goes right here. Place out there. I don't want state prison. Okay, they are unnecessary evil to keep the doors open. That we keep a few or keep some out there, and that's the ones that you can work. That's the ones that can pick up trash. The work release programs. But guess what? Those are the ones that they're releasing. In addition to the bad ones, and I call these bad. In addition to them, they're releasing some good ones that we use every day to wash cars, to change oil in our cars, to cook in the kitchen,
to do all that where we save money. Well, they're going to let them out. Place out there. I don't want state prisoners. Okay, they are a necessary evil to keep the doors open. That we keep a few or keep some out there, and that's the ones that you can work. That's the ones that can pick up trash. The work release programs. But guess what? Those are the ones that they're releasing. In addition to the bad ones, and I call these bad. In addition to them, they're releasing some good ones that we use every day to wash cars, to change the oil in our cars, to cook in the kitchen, to do all that where we save money.
Every
Well, they're going
And did
member.
you and did you hear the person in the back that was giggling?
Yeah,
Did you hear the person in the back that was laughing at this statement that he was making?
probably
And
laughing and saying, "What an idiot!"
I mean,
Every Congress. I mean, the House and the Senate. Each member should have already been on top of this and says, "We're going to stop what we're doing, and we're going to make sure this individual, and we're going to search for others throughout this country who are doing the same thing and have the same mindset, and get them out of the jail system."
You you see sometime in these big town, lady.
yeah,
I don't know if you remember a couple of years back we were going to I think it's in Simon Island, somewhere we was heading and was stopped. Remember that he was the judge, he was the bail man, he held several positions in that town.
yeah.
So
So
who knows?
because these prison system because of these prison systems are um for profit. A lot of these prison systems is for profit. They don't care. They don't care. They want these they want and you know what the thing is too? A lot of melanated skin individuals are being affected by this what is going on. You know what I'm saying? This
He,
is some
he
sad.
don't want to let out the good ones.
It did you hear him? He does not
He
want
don't want to let out the good ones.
so I wanted to I really wanted to play it because I didn't want the listeners to feel that it's just a hearsay. This is something that was sent. Do not did not want do not want to let out the good ones. So imagine how many good individuals that have might even been in jail for little
Still
small
in there because
fractions
of him.
that are still in prison. And not just
Hmm.
him, how many other small towns or towns that are doing this. These prisons, if
Hmm.
it's going to be run, maybe does need to be run by the state so that the work release program and things like that can be implemented to help the prisoners that's looking to change their lives and want a second chance out in society to get that chance.
I
You
just
know,
got a feeling, lady,
and yeah.
that before we come back on next week, the governor of this state is going to make some changes.
Well, I pray that the governor of this state does do that, and and make some type of changes to this
Yeah.
whole prison system that's
Hmm.
keeping people incarcerated after they've served their time and done what they do. Because imagine some of them may can't even you know oh boy, I don't even want to even go to what
Yeah,
some of
And
them can
sometimes
do
these
in these
governors are
prisons.
in cahoots too, everybody get a cut, you know?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's
yeah.
it's
because
it's a it's a real
the
sad
thing is
thing.
you get X amount of money if you have certain amounts of prisoners. That's how you get money,
Yeah, that's what
in the
that's
set in the jail system.
yeah, that's
That's
what I
how
was
you get
saying to
your
you.
money for the amount of prisoners you have. So they fabricate these things so that they can meet their quotas,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
sad
sad.
that it's at the expense of someone's life,
It's
you
it's
know.
it's a sad sad thing. It's a so we also have to be the advocate for persons whom we may know that is in these prison systems and making sure that without getting them into trouble, that we are staying on top of what is going on in these facilities that they are at. You know.
I'm going to take a chance and say that this governor don't know what's going on in there. That maybe the people we have in position to monitor those situations, they're
Yeah.
not responding back to him like they're supposed to. So I'm going to hope that he don't know, but now he knows, and he's going to make the proper changes.
Okay. All right. Another quick drop in, you all. From some topics that we started with, I think from the beginning of this year, the end of close to the end of last year, um, with Jolin Silvera. He was picked
Mm-hmm.
up by the police in Jamaica for the he is now labeled as a suspect per
Yeah.
Fitzbailey, whom is the deputy commissioner of police in Jamaica in charge of crime, for the murder of his wife Melissa Silvera. So Jolene Silvera is now in police custody in Jamaica, um, and I think that it is BS, because why did you knew they knew what what type of evidence they have. You all made these Jamaica want somebody box kick and thump them, because you all gonna pick this man up after he went to this woman's funeral and try to cry and carry on like he's all of this. It's a long time. You all should have been. He been should have been arrested. He been should have been arrested. But okay,
Honey.
it's a drop in, so we're not gonna really discuss that too much. It's
No,
just a
but then
drop
you
in.
see, at the same time, you can even drop in the Nolan thing too, because this is just so crazy. All the evidence, all of this. Now they're moving this case. It was they met Wednesday, and they decide that they're gonna furlough on the case
For
till
another year.
April 7th April 2025.
For another year, because of them staging. It's my thought, folks. It's alleged to me that they staged the use of her credit card at some hotel. So now the trial has been moved further to another
Yeah,
year. I don't
yeah.
understand Jamaica's policies and procedures, and I'm not even gonna try to. But justice one way or the other must and will be served.
That's it.
One
You
of
know,
these days, I'm going to wake up as the real Daresecta, having the power and permission from Jehovah, go throughout this world and just grab some people by their neck and take them up into the sky with the desert, with the animal them, the lions and bear and tiger, and just drop them down there.
yeah,
Feed them to the lions.
yeah. I hope one day you wake up with
I,
just
I
a
want
drop.
that power.
Just
I want that power.
don't come and pick me up and come harass me. I don't know them
No, I'm gonna find you one 6 foot
Wipe
six.
out the name from anything around you.
Oh man, but those are just some dropping. So
Yeah.
do we are we moving on to church, or are we moving on to fake foods?
Go fake food, because fake food got into Jamaica, and then we can, move on to Mr. Trump. But let's go food, because that takes you into the government, the Jamaican government also, don't it?
I guess, because we have fake food not just in Jamaica, but we have fake food here in America as well.
Here in
There's a
America too,
lot
yeah.
of fake food that is on the shelves, and they have some
We'll
videos.
start with the ones in
They
America, and
Yeah,
then we go
because
to
they have
Jamaica,
some
and then go to
videos.
Jamaica government.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
some videos on a lot of fake stuff, including olive oil. And if you all are going to the stores and you are purchasing these olive oils and these things, such as, make sure that you all read the back if it has where it's coming from, all of these different countries and stuff like
Mm.
that, then you know that is not real. Okay, you know that those things are not real. They're encouraging sticking to your coconut oil. to cook because is one of the most purest. Even apple juice, even some of these individuals that get wick, they have the Mott's apple juice and stuff like that. They're saying that those are not real juices. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Also, what they're saying is not real is also what they're saying is not real is the tea bags. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know persons whom are buying. This is why I love my gardening because I've planted also I have four different types of mint in my back. And they're letting us know that the tea bags that we are purchasing from these stores is not even alleged. This is what they're telling us. That the tea bags that we are even purchasing from the stores, 90% of them, 90 to 95% of them is just is crumbs that have been dropped and kind of have been swept up. So we're dealing with a lot of sawdust. And imagine we're thinking we're getting mint tea and we're thinking we're getting that things such as, and it's really not. You may have a couple of particles of it in there, but it's really a lot of crap that is in these these items. So, I mean, as much as what we can make for our own selves, we need to start making them. Planting what a lot of what we can plant for ourselves, we need to start
Mm-hmm.
planting them. Queen, give us some of the fake foods
Yes,
that you've read
the
about.
hot dog that you're eating, not just the hot dog, but the filler meat. Those like you would buy the turkey meat or what have you. They're saying that it's a lot of fillings inside of it. It's not necessarily turkey, but they have a lot of artificial filling that they put in these meat to stretch it and to make the color look good and for it to last longer on the shelves. So also there were certain cereal that they were saying that it's not real wheat. A lot of these things are made up. Now they're processing even the chicken. It's not some of these chicken, not real chicken. They're saying, but fillings. These things are machine made. So you have to be very mindful. They have grades, like they'll have 4, 5, 6. So you look at the grade. 4 is the better grade. That shows that it's more pure and it's more natural. Anything beyond that or above that, they're saying that it has some type of um, um, chemical or man-made in the machines. So you have to be very careful when you go read your ingredients. Make sure that you do your research before you go out and purchase
Yeah, Donna
things.
says, most of the foods are fake and you can't even trust the labels. She also says,
Mm,
yes, people I know got heart attack from tea bags. Yes. And some other things, your seasonings. They're even speaking of the black pepper. They're saying get the
mm,
whole black pepper and not the ground. Anything
yeah.
ground, do not get it. The cinnamon,
Mm-hmm,
all of those things
mm-hmm,
that we're getting ground, do not get them.
mm-hmm.
So even onion powder and garlic powder and a lot of those things, they're fake. you know
Yeah.
don't get those things. If you have, go buy a whole onion, and it's better you buy a whole onion and chop it up and grind it or whatever you
Mm,
need to do in your own home
yeah.
than buying these powders and all of these things in order to cook your meals, because you're not getting the real thing. And it's not a scare tactic, it's just what it is, what really that is you know these apple juices, especially when it says from concentrate and things like that. They're encouraging us. And one of my biggest things that I always use, I use those Parmesan cheese, the Kraft Parmesan cheese when I'm making lasagna.
It tastes not
And
real.
and
Yes.
I mix it, with the ricotta cheese and stuff like that. Those are not real.
It's not real. Yeah. They
Those
said
and let me
definitely
tell you something.
Parmesan.
They showed
Yeah.
the exact brand that I use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I was just flabbergasted with it.
Yeah,
All
they said
right.
there's no such cheese. It's it's
No,
it's a
no.
lot of
I mean,
things.
there's a lot of
You,
things, and we're sorting out the website, and I'm going to put a lot. I'm going to start posting a lot of these videos and things so that you, our listeners, can go over and do your own research, or just go online. Everything is online. Just go online and check fake food, and you have a whole list of things that are not good for you. And yes, people will say, oh, nothing is good for us. We can't eat nothing. We soon can't eat nothing. Yeah, eat what you plant. Eat what you
mm-hmm.
plant. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we have to think back to our ancestors and just think about um there was not so much diseases back then. People are dying left and right from all sorts of diseases. Donna says, eliminate anything grounded. Yeah, that's what they said. They even
Mm-hmm.
poison her whole to onion, she says. Okay.
But
So
you
if
know, the other day I was watching this program, one of these program there on the TV, and that's what the guy was eating the food, and he said he remember he was watching them preparing the food, and he said he remember when his grandmother used to cook. She didn't use all of these stuff for them are put inside of this chicken, and he said in grandmother food it tastes good, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But like I said, we go along with
Yeah.
whatever is new and what is in instead of what is good for us and healthy for
And
us.
healthy. Man, I'm telling you, it's 9:04 on the powerhouse clock. We're gonna take just a quick station update, real quick, and then we're gonna get back to our reasoning on the church. You don't want to miss it. Chinese wholesale. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that and more fake food. Eh, you know, in the Chinese, we're gonna reason a little bit on about Trump and what he's going around saying. And we're going to talk about the government of Jamaica as well. So, don't you all go in there, and the downfall of melanated skin relationships. Yeah. And Queen was letting us know about police taking their money on domestic flights. And if there's something we can do about it, we don't know, but we'll check it out once we get back.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
One by One Kia full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by One Kia. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
Massive shouts to all of our sponsors, One by One Kia, the Hinkson firm, Unique Total Care. Unique Total Care sent a message over as well that they are hiring. They're hiring for a night shift. That's 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. You can give them a call at 470-301-2552. They're also hiring for 3 to 11 shift at one location. So definitely give them a call and check out Keith Constructions and having some the number for that in a minute. Gonna give you that one as well. And also Mystique Enterprise. Go on and check out Mystique Enterprise for all of your promotional needs. Give them a check out and let them know that Lady D and the Respecter and Queen over here at Reason and Thursdays sent you all over for Keith's Constructions, give them a call at 678-598-1792. 678-598-1792 for all of your construction needs. Alrighty. So back to our reasoning. So we're gonna complete on the fake food. In Jamaica, there was a Chinese wholesale
Yeah.
establishment that was locked down. They the Jamaica the Jamaica Health
What
Department
happened
in
was,
sent this
what happened,
happening
they were
what
selling
this
counterfeit Crocs. As a matter of fact, they made 100 million in 1 year on these counterfeit Crocs. And they were selling the Crocs for the same price as the real Crocs. And that's how they got, I guess evidently someone might have reported them, I'm not sure. But they raided the place and they found boxes and boxes of fake Crocs, not just downstairs in the store in the area main area, but also upstairs in the storeroom. And these Crocs were well made, but there were always something wrong, defected upon it, whether it's a tag or the writing on the side of it. But that's how they were determined that these things were counterfeit. 95% of what they had Gucci and all of these things too, but 95% of the raid was the Crocs.
yeah, they well, and this one that I'm speaking of, they confiscated. It was in Old Arbor. They
Mm,
confiscated a lot of the rice, flour.
okay,
They had
okay.
oil. This was
Mm-hmm.
a food store, and they had
Yeah.
oil, rice, flour, all of those things that they took from this establishment. And the young lady kept advising that, listen, they're not gonna keep killing off Jamaicans. They're not gonna keep the Chinese is not gonna come to Jamaica and continue to kill us off with these fake food. We've seen a lot of these things as to rice and stuff like that
Mm.
previously on the web and things like this, but it was very, very enlightening to see the health department raid this place and find all of these fake food.
And you see
Okay,
what,
fake
lady? They
food.
open up the border to the Chinese. They
Well,
gave
they gave the ports
the
to them.
waterway to the
Yeah,
Chinese. So they bring
so
in all these things.
they're bringing in anything that they want to. So the
Yes.
the health department has to be vigilant, and I've heard that a lot of it's alleged that there's a lot of establishments that has closed, shut their doors because they don't want to be investigated. And it's not, and I was advised that it's not just the Chinese, but they have one and two of regular vendors and stuff that were selling these fake things. But what do you think? They buy it from the Chinese stores. So, of
And
course, they're going to have that. The respecter?
yeah, man, this is not new news. This has been going on in the news since the 90s. I mean, we've been warned from way back when, like tilapia, anything from Ecuador to China, Vietnam, those places, that the fish weren't real. The sardines, those kind of fish was being raised and manufactured in shit water, forgive the language, in salt water. I mean, if you think about some of the things with like the ground beef and turkey and all those things were being shoveled up off the warehouse floors. After they finished separate the T-bone from the cow, the remain was put into grinders to bring forth the ground beef and so on and so forth. Even the chicken that weren't chicken, that looks like chicken, have a white string that goes through the breast, perfectly designed in the breast. And the first time I recognized that, I threw the whole pack away. I tried to cut it with a knife and I couldn't cut it. So I realized that was not vein or muscle. And throw the whole pack of it, and just stay away from that kind of that company.
I
But
would.
we used to buy out a chicken, the whole chicken, and cut it up ourselves. But we got lazy, and we're going for the so-called breast and the, you know, you have a better chance getting the whole chicken and cut it up yourself.
Then the
Tilapia, no tilapia. Apple juice for the longest. I took my chance with Publix. Same thing with the orange juice. I take my chance with Publix. And it's just so many things. The bread. Look how long the bread can last that we buy from other companies. Not our hard-dough bread. Even our hard-dough bread, if we keep it too long in certain temperature, it's no good. It's a whole bunch of things. But so you said earlier, somebody said, well, you gotta live. So let those people be who they be. If they want to hear the news and ignore the news and keep eating whatever they want to eat, that's on them. But we're supposed to do better from what we're hearing and seeing. And Jamaica government needs to get serious. They need to be pissed off, angry, and mad. Let China know, look, you're gonna follow by our rules and guidelines or take your asses out of our country. Government is too soft on China. Seems like a lot of countries are soft on China. And a change got to come. I mean, a lot of things that Jamaica is bringing into the country, allowed to come in the country. Jamaicans in Jamaica don't need it, but people are going along with. They heard that Kentucky is not real chicken, but they still love Kentucky. So many stories about food, but you still have people who are gravitating to it. The fake vegetables, on and on and on. I remember seeing something from China where they're using dye of all colors and pouring them into clear water in bottles, shake it up, and put the label and everything on it. And that's wine.
Not
So a
them
lot of people drinking wine and thinking it's wine and it's not wine.
I spray that in my them to make them look brighter and fresher. Black paint and red paint.
yeah.
When you the
So
orange looking paint.
the
I
bottom
spray
line
that on my
is
them. All kind of craziness going
bottom
on
line
out
is
there.
you have to
Madness.
really pay attention to what you all are eating, and there's a lot of food codes. The stickers that are on a lot of these foods are there for a reason. It tells you what's organic, what's semi-organic, what's not, and
Mm-hmm.
things such as. So we need to start reading our labels. As a matter of fact, just start growing your own thing. Get yourself a little greenhouse if you can, and put it in your backyard. Put a little hot light in there to keep it warm, and try your best to grow as much of your own crops that we can grow. Although we know that the air is polluted in its own manner, but it's better a little bit of pollution than what we're getting in a lot of the stores. So that would be my advice to you particularly. Donna says it's time travelers food. She said it's time travelers food that I guess that they're putting on out there now. So let's dive we're gonna dive into politics, or we're diving into church. Church is a politic in its own right, because it's 9:16 on the powerhouse clock, and we definitely want to open our lines soon. So let's touch where you all want to go.
You can go uh, uh, politics don't include Trump, right? So you want to leave that last?
We can, we can, we can leave that last. And we were going to touch because someone sent we got a clip in regards to why the black household is not um functionable. I think we're gonna leave that for next week because it's a very
Yeah.
serious topic. I think that we really need to discuss
Mm-hmm.
with Section 8 and the government and black people and women. male separation and money. It's a really in-depth topic for us to reason on the state of black relationships in this society. Donna says the soil is highly contaminated as well. Exactly, Donna. That's what I had just said. It's contaminated, but it's better that we have what we have if we grow what we grow in our own yards, and we could kind of more curve it than what we're buying in the stores and things such as. All right. So that other topic I think we're gonna leave that for next week.
What
Queen
about
and
the artist
Daresecta.
clean up Jamaica? You're not touching that one.
Well, that's just can be a drop in, and that has to do with the
Exactly.
Jamaican, and that has to do with the Jamaican government as well. So, like how we're on the Chinese in Jamaica, and the lockdown
Mm.
that's taking place, it's also we definitely want to give Popcorn his props. So let's give him a round
Yes,
of applause
yes, yes.
for taking
Well
the
done.
initiative.
Hmm.
Well done for taking the initiative to to purchase or rent a backhoe and go to his community and clean up that that river that was backing up and causing a lot of problems. But the question within that is, should artists, should civilians, should people such as myself and yourself be responsible for cleaning up these areas? What happened to our government that needs to be cleaning up these areas? And
And
the thing on
and
top of it is that they've received funding to do
mm-hmm.
that. So
Yeah,
once again, it
yeah.
comes back to corruption and where the money is going in Jamaica. What's going on? You want to touch that, Queen?
Yes, I mean, what was it? 10 million? $10 million they got just for that, and it's unaccounted for already. I mean, the year just started. Come on now, not just that, but last year there were so many money given to Jamaica for the structure to fix the structure of Jamaica. Okay, the not just the land but the bridges and the roads. But yet still nothing is being done. And you running around galloping around and around the country and look vote because the other day he was on TV with Six Boss and all of them people at Sheikhan and going like him big, and people are suffering, still suffering. I mean, where's all the money? Where did all the money go into? It's that's still the question. We've been asking that question forever since, and we're still asking the same question. Where all the money going to that comes into the country for certain things to fix certain things, and it's not being done
The
and
respecter,
unaccountable for. No one is
unaccountable.
accounting for it.
Hmm.
Accountable for it.
and
The
no
respect.
one is gonna be accountable for it. It is the way it is in Jamaica, just like it is in America. Government run things, and all we can do is talk. But it's gonna be a time when government is gonna fall, and the people are gonna be right there to put things in order where it's supposed to be. It is wrong. America knows it's wrong. America keeps sending, Canada keeps sending wherever the money is coming from. It's going to Jamaica, and Jamaica keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and the people suffer for it. Things ain't gonna change. Only one being can change that, and it seems like he's doing something else. So
Don says there's a movement out of Florida that is organizing the diaspora to speak out about the way both political parties have been run in Jamaica. And he says also that it begins tomorrow, Friday. Okay. And it's good that there's a movement that's going on. And I'm hoping that within this movement that is going on, that something really comes out of it, and it's not just a talk for the moment, and then it is not an ongoing dialogue that continues to happen. And I thank you, Don, for bringing that to our attention, because we didn't know. So therefore, I know that there's a lot of persons that don't know that this is being done. So especially with something such as things like this need to definitely be promoted, so that the diaspora can really get involved in this movement, to let the politicians and so on know that we are really fed up. We are fed up of what is going on. Imagine these persons have been suffering for so long, and it took an entertainer to come and to clean the area in order for them to live properly. And I guess I think someone said to me that the election has been called. Andrew's all
Mm-hmm.
over the place,
Yes.
campaigning and doing all of these things. And I don't really hear anyone asking him the pertinent questions that needs to be addressed. Everyone
True.
there
I don't
jumping
want to
around him
take
and
picture
shaking
with
his
him.
hand and taking
Yeah.
pictures and all of these things and not
Yeah.
addressing it. And it's so funny, but he may end up right back in that seat, because the carelessness of the Jamaican people, who's going to go and vote for him once again based off a party.
Mm-hmm. And why he's feeding them, and what he's feeding them, because he's feeding them. There's certain areas that he's giving things to,
And then
you
again,
know,
Jamaican
and they're
people,
accepting these
yeah,
things.
and Jamaican people also, I mean, I just don't know,
Ridiculous.
because they're stuck between, once again, I've said it over and over and over, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place themselves, because there's no one else to vote for besides PNP and JLP. So, and if they're not seeing anything coming from either side, because both sides are doing the same things, when PNP is in party, and I've seen it for myself with my own two eyes, being in Jamaica, when PNP is in party, nothing gets done over there in the JLP sectors. When JLP is in party, nothing gets done over in the PNP sectors. I'm in a neighborhood, I'm in a scheme, and when the on that road, you have to it's you have to be, when JLP is in power, two or three people that's voting for JLP can go over there and talk up to this person and get certain things done, you know, because there's no one in that constituency that's representing the PNPs, you know, and it was so just simple light. It has to be a contact in this party in order for that light to have been installed. I mean, the biasness of what is going on in Jamaica is ridiculous. Don has posted the YouTube channel. If you, for those whom are on the on our Facebook or YouTube live, you can see the link. It's you youtu.be/QBF minus ESI7UM lowercase w with a question mark. SI=BBRUFZ-Q-7R. And I'll repeat that a
What
little bit
I
later down. So I'll repeat it again a little bit later down, so you all can get a pen and give yourselves a little time to get a pen and paper and write down this YouTube, if you want your voice to be heard, because obviously that's what they're trying to do, is to hear what the diaspora has to say, and hopefully put it out there so that the political parties can hear what is distressing us, that is distressing our families members that are in Jamaica. So I
Well,
will repeat it a little bit further down. Go ahead, Queen.
you heard what happened today, what Golden did. He called a meeting, and what happened was he placed certain people in certain areas, including Crawford and certain men that people have been saying to put into place. So he did that today. I think it's today or yesterday he did that. So they're hoping that this will help boost the morale of the people.
Uh-huh.
Um, seeing that he's now doing some of the things that they're asking for, and they're saying that he seemed much bolder than he has been in the past. So I'm gonna keep following that and see what the outcome is and how those people. But these people are well known. It's Crawford. You heard Crawford have done a lot for the some of the areas and some of the constituencies that he has been in. So hopefully these people that was placed, I think it's three different position and three different places that they were placed. So let's see what will happen. So they are gearing up for that election, and a lot of action is going on down there in Jamaica pertaining to that. A lot of giveaway, a lot of hug up, and kiss up, kiss up. So let's see what will happen. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Well, we
I
do
just wonder if it
we
would
have
make more sense.
go ahead. We have Don that chimed in. You wanted to say something real quick, there, Spectre?
I just wonder if it would make more sense if each sector of Jamaica had a leader that draws the people together, just make one voice and just pretend there's no government. So when government comes around, they can address whoever came from government to represent government and put them in their place. I mean, the communities, again, with so many churches in Jamaica and not one preacher that can make a difference in what's going on. The silence from those who are supposed to be outspoken for the communities. And it's sad. It just seems to me no matter what organization from America or wherever that's planning to go to Jamaica, if their intention is to go to Jamaica to get in front of government face, it's not going to change. There's nothing that's going to be said to government to change government. You got to change the people. So if you have plans for change in Jamaica, it's best to me to target communities one at a time, build their confidence, bring to the front the educated ones who can become leaders, and just motivate each other how to deal with government and the situation that's going on in the country.
Okay. We have
Well,
Don. We do
something
have
just
Don.
flashed on
We
my screen.
we do
Sorry,
have
lady.
one moment. We do have Don Minot on the line with us. Don, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Good evening, everyone. Listen, this organization that is based in Florida, they have their tentacles all over the diaspora. They are members from all over the diaspora, but the base is in Florida. What they're doing is trying to use this organization to pressure the present government in Jamaica to do something about all the social amenities that is good, that needs fixing down there. For example, crime, the health facilities, the roads, stuff, programs for the youth, and all of that. But the main gripe that because I watched it, it was sent to me by a Jamaican RN nurse who's been up here. I think you guys might have heard about her. Her name is Queen Lamore. She's an elderly Jamaican lady, and she's well known in the Connecticut area. She sent it to me and said, if we're not in Florida, it will be streamed live tomorrow on that link that I posted. It will be
Yeah.
streamed live, and you can participate by coming in the chat room and great, make your opinion and post your opinion in the chat room tomorrow when it starts. It will be all over the diaspora, including the UK, including Canada, and all the United States.
Do they have a
So
time for it, Don? Did
yes,
they
the
It,
link will tell you. The link that I put in the box. If you click on it, it tells you everything.
okay.
it's also on YouTube. That's what I was telling you. It just popped up on my screen. Jamaica
Right.
Diaspora Demand. Call, and there's a phone number, and it says call to action. First of the 1824 at 7 p.m. And it's all on
Yes.
there. I'll send you guys the link. And it's by Make We Talk by Jeffrey Chavez.
Right.
Okay.
What is really hurting everybody, including myself, and I know you guys worried about it. There's this argument where they said when the diaspora said we want to play an active role in the political views or the politics of Jamaica, they said we know we don't live on the island, we don't vote, so we should stay out of it. But when they need funding, they come here. They come to my town. They come to my state all the time. The prime minister, the opposition, the other, Babsy Grant, all of them come
All of
and they
them.
come to fundraiser and they get money and they go back. They get millions of dollars from people in diaspora to do whatever they say they want to do when they go down there. And nothing is done with the money. And then when we start to ask about, oh, you don't live in Jamaica, you don't vote. We shouldn't have, and we want to change that.
Yes.
He said the diaspora money is being spent down there. Remittance is another thing they talk about too, where we send millions. We all do that. All of us here do that. Send millions of dollars to Jamaica to family and friends.
Yes.
Yet we have no say in how the country is being run. They want to discuss all of that with the government.
Yes. And that's a good forum. And I also would say to even the Jamaicans in the diaspora, including myself, is too that we do need to go back and vote. We do need to insert ourselves into the society in Jamaica
Yeah, we
and
need
not
that
just
right, Lady
continue.
D. We need them
Yeah,
to give us that right.
yeah. But
Yeah.
once you are a citizen of Jamaica, that's your right. You have that
But
right
you
to
are
go
a
and to
citizen, but
vote.
you still want that right. Paperwork. Mm.
What you mean paperwork?
You're
You
considered citizen because I remember when myself and my brother went down to the Double Deuce Hotel when we were met down there when the immigration and all of them was on there, the Jamaican immigration, all of them was there. And we were told that you are a citizen at birth. But still, there's some paperwork that you have to do in order for you to vote and what have you. You have to go down there and register and all of that. You have to
Yeah,
do
once
that,
you become a
and you have to
citizen,
be present. You have to be present to
once
register.
once you become a citizen of the United States, the whole thing changed. You have to go back down there now and get that something called a dual citizenship.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what they were doing at the Double Deuce.
once you become
Yeah.
a citizen of the United States, the whole thing changed. You can't just go down there and vote
Mhm.
anymore. You have to go through do some
Mhm.
paperwork and get dual citizenship where you have the Jamaican passport and you have the US passport.
Yeah.
Well, I have to
Yes.
figure out on that one because I have both passports. I have my Jamaica passport and I have my and I'm a US citizen as well. But I didn't
But is
know that it has
Jamaica
to
up
be
to date?
clarified. Yeah, I just as a matter of fact, I just renewed my Jamaica passport last year and got it. So I mean,
Okay.
I have both passports. I can travel on either passport. When leaving the United States, I can choose whichever one I want to enter the country under. And but now that Don is explaining that you have to go down there and get something called dual citizenship. I don't know if that's something different of me having two separate passports that are both valid because I've traveled on both passports already.
You
So I
can call
mean,
immigration and ask them that
yeah, that's
question.
what I said. I would need to find that out and get that
Yes,
information as to what is
yes.
my voting right as an individual that exercise both passports. What would be
But
my
you have
voting
been a
rights?
businesswoman out there and all of that, lady. So it might be different with you. You have, done a lot of business there. So, you know, in your case, it might be different. Maybe you did all of that and didn't even realize that you did it.
Yeah, maybe.
So, you just have to investigate it and see, what your status is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
with that said, I would even encourage each and everyone to find out about that dual citizenship, and everyone in the diaspora to really start exercising our rights as citizens in Jamaica, of Jamaica, because we're not in there, but we're of Jamaica, and find out how we can vote, may it be personal, in person, or via ballot. We should be able to find that out, and that's a job for us to do as well, Queen, to find that
Yeah, but it's
information
too
and bring
late
to our
now for
listeners.
the coming up election. The deadline was what was it, October or November, somewhere around there.
But it wasn't called then,
So
so
you
how
had to
could it be too
register.
late?
Yeah, you had to register by then.
Okay.
I thought we had talked about that.
I
Maybe
don't
we
think we
didn't.
did. No, we did
But
not.
you had to
Well,
register. You have to register, and the registration, if I remember correctly, it ended. It was either in October or November. It ended. The registration ended.
Okay, so let's get some
well,
concrete. Let's get some concrete on that. Go ahead. The respecter, you were saying something?
I hope I don't step on Don's toe, but
With
I would
what?
like
Go
to
ahead, man.
I would like to end this conversation by saying in America, in Jamaica, wherever, maybe it's time that people step back and say, you know what? Them drunk here now pay me for 40. Them drunk here have me a stand up in a rain and hard sun and vote for them. And nobody now make no change for me, cause me still poor. No matter who in the office, me poor same way. My grandmother suffer same way. So maybe a time the people start step back and say, you know, I'm not kill up myself for. Whoever in the office, them stay in there. Because the next man promise and them not do not change. Look, think about it.
But the respecter, when that happened at the last election, and there was a group of there was several individuals that went and voted. And then that's where the JLP did come back into office, when a lot of persons did not go out and vote because of the same mentality of saying that let's not go out and do nothing. Doing nothing is not going to solve the situation. That's the same thing here in the United States of America. We're not doing anything, so therefore there's no change. What needs
But
to be
when
educated to the persons in Jamaica and even here in America is that we need to vote in these local elections, whom we're getting ours out as our area representatives here and in Jamaica. We need to really get involved in politics and understand every facet of politics. Because if we don't vote, whether we vote or not, it is what it is going to happen.
we in 2024, and none of we can say, none of it, because of who we vote for, do this to we. We still a live paycheck to paycheck. Young black people still a get locked up. Yeah, some do crime and whatnot, but overall, black people still go through hell, no matter which country with it. And the government a laugh, government a laugh,
You,
government a laugh.
yeah, you just touch on a point that while ago, Inspector. I just want to back you up. I saw something tonight while I was surfing the web, and the headline was 2023 sets the record for police shooting. Can you believe that? Last year set a new record in America for police shooting. New record.
Again,
So yeah, but back to what before I get off, one I think that the diaspora want American, want the Jamaican government to agree to is to allow with expatriate people who have come to foreign countries and gotten educated, gotten a trade, gotten a skill, allow them to participate in how the country run and use their expertise to help to build the country. You have good lawyers, you have doctors, you have engineers, you have teachers, you have tradesmen, you have all kind of people that live abroad that would like to go home and contribute to the country and help to build the country. I mean, pass on what they learn in these developed countries. Because of the crime, they're scared to go home. The crime is the number one priority that this group is talking about. Without they get a handle on crime, nothing else can work. Crime is a priority.
And I see Ratigan is on the panel. Ratigan been promoting the Desperado getting involved in what is happening in Jamaica and the changes that's going on. He was even trying to run at one point. He was trying to build that next party. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but that's gonna be a good panel. I see three of some of the good folks that been speaking on the issues that Jamaica face. That's gonna be on the panel. The one you have been talking about,
You said Queen, the one who's been talking about.
the conference.
Yeah.
The conference, that you have been talking about. I'm saying that the speakers, there are three speakers on there that are well known that I've been following, and they have been doing a lot for Jamaica and changing even the Constitution, because I remember Ratigan going over the Constitution and some of the changes that should be done within the Constitution. So these are good folks. I would love to tune into that, though. It sounds like it's going to be really interesting, and I think everyone should maybe try and tune in. Remember, it's going to be the 18th at 7 p.m., and you can go on YouTube because I see it on there.
It's going to be the 18th or the 19th?
The 18th. The 18th, yeah.
Well, if it's the
18th at 7 p.m.
If it was the 18th, then we've missed it because today is the 18th. And it is
tomorrow.
Well,
tomorrow.
I don't know. I'm seeing the
18th. Tomorrow the 19th.
There.
Well,
is it says the 18th? Are you telling me?
That's what that thing was saying. It was saying the 18th at 7 p.m. The commercial thing that I saw on YouTube.
Okay, well, we have to click on it and find out.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to get on it.
For those who are interested, maybe they'll even have it on YouTube so we can go back and watch it. And hopefully they'll announce another meeting if we did miss it.
Yeah, they'll have more meetings. They'll definitely have more.
Yeah, if we missed it for tonight, then they'll most definitely have. So if you all have gotten your pens and papers, I'm going to go over the site again. It's YOUTU.BE/QBF/ESL7UMW with a question mark at the end. SI equals sign KHBBRUF ZL-S69-Q7R. Alrighty, so that is the link, and so if you all are interested, or maybe go to YouTube and just pull up, diaspora conference or something.
They'll find it that way. Yeah,
you might, you all may be able to find it that way if you didn't get to write down the link. And for those who are on the sites, it's listed there as well, so you all could get that. Man, thank you so much, Don, for that information, and thanks Queen for giving it to us as well, with the letting us know
Yeah,
that we may have missed it for tonight, but if we go on it, we'll definitely, they may have one tomorrow as well. So
yeah.
definitely go on the links and see if we can be a part of such a movement and put in our input, because
Yeah, and
everyone is
respect her. I just want to tell respect her. Him sound like he give up her. We can't give up respect her. We
no.
can't give up. You can't. We
You-
can't just
that-
give up and say nothing's gonna work. Nothing's gonna work. We have to keep trying.
Yeah. It was tonight. See it there, and it said it streamed 45 minutes ago. I'm gonna see if I can save it, and then see if maybe I can send it to you guys later.
Okay, okay,
But
sounds great.
it I can you can see the panel, the people talking.
Yes.
It's like a panel.
Okay, okay.
Keep hope alive, Dan.
Yes, yes, my brother. Keep hope alive. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. Okay, save to watch later. Okay, I saved it.
I mean, this morning, a lady, I don't know if you guys saw it this morning in the Jamaican paper, a lady who worked 35 years in this paralegal office was going to
Yes.
work early this
Oh
morning
my
on
God.
Washington Boulevard. And two guys on a bike just pulled up beside her in her car, and the one on the back,
Yes.
the pillion rider shot her dead in her
In
car
her car.
and
Yes.
drove off.
I don't know
I
what's
don't know if you
going
guys
on in
saw that.
Jamaica. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I was just,
I did.
I mean, it's so scary. It's so scary because you hear every day that it's, and you see that there's a lot of people that's living wonderful lives in there, but you know if you have a field, if you're in a field that is against what a lot of persons, criminals, do not like, you run the risk of losing your life.
Yeah, if you don't play the game, you run
Yeah.
the risk of losing your life.
Yes, yes. A 63-year-old woman, sitting in her car, paralegal. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, oh, Jesus. I just, I said, mercy, Father,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
crazy. Andrew, the entire political parties need to come up with a crime plan. They still do not have a crime plan. And I'm hoping that the panel discuss that, of where is the crime plan, what are we going to do, because it's getting worse. Before, they kept saying it's drug dealers or it's scammers against scammers, but a lot of innocent citizens of Jamaica is being murdered.
They're
Did
using the
you did
guns to
you
become hitmen. That's what they're using. They're using the
Yeah.
guns now and becoming hitmen for
Yeah,
money.
yeah. They need to ban some of these bikes. I think they need to
that
ban these bikes, and sometimes drastic situation calls for drastic measures. And a lot of these hits are being done. Well, just about 90% of these hits are being done with persons on bike. I understand that. Yes, some people need bikes to move around, but if you don't have a legitimate business registered, I just think they need to try to ban bikes for a minute and get a hold of some of this crime that is going on in Jamaica. Because
somebody told somebody something.
Yeah.
Somebody hires somebody and tells somebody where somebody's gonna be
yeah,
to eliminate that somebody.
and that's how it always goes, but it's being done on these bikes because that's the
And they
fast
wanna give police and
way.
they wanna give police bikes.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. I guess last year sometime we talked about them giving police bikes. I Man, I tell you, the state of
Scary.
Jamaica is very, very scary. It is. It is. You can't just go there and just be as free as you want to be. In order to do that, you have to go into these resorts, you know, in order to really to full joy yourself, and you're not full joying the eth- the ethnicity of Jamaica when you're just in a hotel. I've done both ways, and I really prefer being on the road. I
Uh,
prefer being in the community. I prefer going
yeah.
to the street, to the community beaches, the river, all of those things. I love that. You know, I love going out to the street clubs and the street parties and the events, the concerts. I love those things. I don't want to just I've been to the resorts and been cooped up in the hotel for 7 days, and they try to make things okay, but it's nothing like being in Jamaica. I mean, the real true streets of
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that.
Lady B, here's another one. Two tourists they went to some party and bar hopping or whatever, and it started to rain and they flagged down a car which supposed to be a taxi, and they got in the car and gave the man the address where they're going back to, and the guy detoured and they end up where three other guys was there waiting and they robbed them.
Mm.
Yeah, the taxi driver
Those,
took detour and took them some corner where three other guys was there waiting and they all robbed them.
you have to be careful. You can't just call so unless it's what they call it?
They said they
Lift.
said they
Unless
said
you
you are
call a
to
lift.
no, well, you don't really have the lift situation, but you are to look for the red plate taxis. You just not because they are a taxi, you're to jump in them. You have to make sure that they have the red plate, which even so, you still may not be safe. Anytime I go
No,
down, I do not take taxis. I do not take any of this. I get a family member, someone that I know that is trustworthy, and we rent a car and they pick me up and they drive
me
me
too.
everywhere that I
Me
need to
too.
go. Yeah. That's
That's
how
how I do it.
that's how I do it. I don't go into any taxi. Even when I'm at the hotel and I may need a ride, I call I've gone as far as booking a next hotel room for the person to stay or an Airbnb and have that person stay, rent a car, and drive me around. But I'm not taking taxis in Jamaica. It's sad to say, but red plate or not, I'm not getting into any of them. I
No.
don't do it. No.
I would never go Jamaican party at night.
I go to lots of Jamaican parties at night
I
and
would never go there.
You're the
I'm
brave
sorry.
one, Lady D. You're the brave one. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. No, sir.
I
I
don't
love
care who me I go with. I would never go out at night in Jamaica.
I love it. I just feel in Jamaica, you just have to humble yourself. And when you go into these places, you can't be in all of this. You can't attract attention. I don't wear my jewelry as if I would do it here. I don't go out in certain name brand things as I would do here. There's just certain way that I present myself when I'm in Jamaica. So therefore I'm not like a big attraction.
Yeah, but you're not going to show off. You're going to have fun and enjoy yourself.
Yes, but
Eh?
then
It
but then
doesn't matter.
but then those things
Mhm.
are important. Those things are attracting attention, whether you know it
Yeah,
or not. They attract attention. So I go in my little cheap slanders. I go in, you know, I fit into the
costume
crowd.
jewelry.
I costume jewelry and trust me, not even that I really wear. I'm just
Mhm.
going bare neck and having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I enjoy that part of Jamaica, and that's what. And I don't get expensive cars. When I'm renting, I get a nice cheap looking car and go, and I don't pop out a whole bunch of money when I'm in whatever venue, because people are looking. As a matter of fact, I don't even pull out my phone.
Mhm.
No, that's a dangerous thing to do when you as a foreigner go down there with your iPhone or one of these,
Yeah,
better phones than they have in Jamaica. You put it out down there.
yeah, they rob you.
That's a no.
Yeah, they rob you. Family members of mine in St. Anne's always say, D, I put on your phone. Don't take out no phone, but you take no picture. or videoing anybody. And I don't. So once from I've been told that once, I've just never done it. I just don't do that. You know, I take my pictures in my yard. You know what I mean? And then I have a cheaper phone that when I go to the beach and I choose to take pictures there, then yeah, a piece of cheap phone that if they want to grab that, they can grab that and take it and go. You know. So and I go and I get my own SIM card in Jamaica, when if I'm out there in the public. So these are just information I'm just passing on to listeners, that there's just certain ways that you kind of sort of conduct yourself when you're in Jamaica, and if you want to be in the community of Jamaica and not just be a tourist, if you want to experience the authenticity of Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah, the tourists that they robbed, they took a total of 3 phones from them.
You see
They
that?
they watch and their money, the wallet, everything.
Yeah.
3 phones.
Not even a watch I don't wear. I don't put on my iPhone watch. I don't do any. You would never believe, I'm just like the most simplest of simplest person when I'm in Jamaica. And it's
Yep,
sad. It's sad that that's
yep.
how you have to present yourself, and you know, but for safety wise, that's how you have to present yourself. You know, it's
Why would you put yourself in that position, go to a place like Jamaica and not think about getting into a position where you're going to need a safe ride back to where you're staying?
yeah.
It don't make sense.
Mm-mm. Because
Anywhere you come from in the world, once you reach Jamaica, anywhere in the world, once you reach Jamaica, the average Jamaican can spot, no matter how you dress and walk and talk, them can tell, say you don't belong, say you're new on the scene.
them know
Okay,
you.
yeah,
They
foreigner.
definitely
Foreigner.
they can pick you out in a crowded room.
It's in a
But
minute
it's
they
but
pick you
it's
out.
what is
Even if you try talk Jamaican,
but
they
it's
say you're
how you
foreigner.
present, is how you present yourself. If you present yourself as if you have all of this money and you're flossing and you're all that, and you don't have a bag load of man with strapper, some killer man and them something there walking with you, then yeah, you setting yourself up for failure. So if I am not around a group of individuals that I know that is well known, when I'm out and I'm with a simple crowd, I move simple. Yeah, and I would encourage persons who wants to go into the areas to just be as simple as you can be.
I mean, it's clear that these 2 tourists, they left the tourist area, they left the hotel area and went to
Yes, yes,
this club, this party, or this place where they were
yeah,
having a good time. Yeah, and they was trying to head back to their hotel.
yeah. It's sad. It's sad because you don't know who to trust. You don't know you I mean, and I'm glad that at least they made it back with their
They didn't kill
lives.
them.
I'm
No, they
glad
didn't
that
kill
they
them.
right.
No, they
I'm
didn't kill
glad that
them.
at least they made it back with their lives. That they lived to tell this story and had this experience and know what to do the next time. If there is a next time that they choose to go back to Jamaica. But yeah, man, it is 10:01 on the powerhouse clock. We have to jump on out of the. Oh no, well, I'm looking
Already?
at the
10
yeah.
already?
No, it's 9:58. I have the other clock that's that kicks us off of the air at least 2 minutes to three
Yeah,
minutes
but
ahead of time, so that
it
when
went
the
by real
next
quick
yeah, the
tonight.
time went by, because when we're discussing things that is worth discussing, the time is going to go back very quick. And I'm very interested in this panel that is I'm sorry we missed it, but I'm very interested in this panel, and I'm interested to hear what Radigan and the whole crew there have to say, and hope that they'll really be active in it and just not totally verbal in it, you know.
And we're waiting for the response from Andrew and his government in regards to this panel.
Yes, yes, yeah. I really don't even think we're gonna hear much from him because he has this attitude of him run things, things don't run him. From what I've been
Mm.
seeing, and I don't see the full openness to be transparent coming from, the prime minister. I really don't. And if I'm wrong with that, then excuse me. But from the actions and even just in the last couple of weeks, some of the things that he has said, I just don't see the openness of him speaking up. Big up yourself. Let's gripe. You were supposed to call in too, Tonya. Tonya says, good show. Blessings, blessings, Tonya, for tuning in. But yeah, we just need to be, if we're going to Jamaica, we just need to be mindful, especially when you're going into certain areas, especially when you're going to where you come from, you know,
Mm.
because yeah,
I wouldn't even go there, son.
yeah, we need
Tell
to
me about it.
we need to
Let me place, let me wouldn't even go. Rallington, let me place that fire.
Gosh, you just got to be mindful. You have to be mindful and you have to know where you're going and what you're doing. Yeah. You just have to know what you're doing. But man, I'm telling you, Don, it is always a pleasure.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
man.
reasoning with you. Don, you might have to
Yes,
you Don, you
yes,
soon gonna have to come on this panel with us. Cause always a pleasure reasoning with you and always
yes,
giving us information for us to pass on to our listeners. It is
Yeah,
valued immensely over here on Reasoning Thursday. We thank you um, for continuing to support us and all of that. And Dan, I'm starting my interviews next month, and so next month you're definitely we have to talk about next month a date for you, one of the
yeah. Just
Saturdays.
give me the edge up and we can work out a date.
Yes. So because and listeners, be sure to tune into the Lady D show. Starting February, we're going back into weekly interviews with not just artists but also entrepreneurs and trailblazers all around the world. So I've been
And
taking.
it's my birthday month too.
All right, all right. No, that sound good. That sound good. And I'm coming up in those areas soon, Don. I'm going to link you. So, because I would love to
all
come
right.
and watch one of your shows. I see you posted all the
Okay.
time when your band is playing, and we'd love to
Yeah.
come and take you in. So I'll
Okay.
let you know when I'm coming in the area as well.
Okay.
So, but blessings to each and every one. Queen, you want to say something to your listeners?
It was awesome. I can't believe that it finished already. I was just getting into it and getting started, but it was wonderful. The topics were informative. Um, Lady D, I love you. The respecter, lots of
Love you back.
appreciation to you. Also, Don, and all
Okay.
our other listeners. Thank you for tuning in every Thursday. And remember, pass it on. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend. Touch that like button. And subscribe to our Reasoning Thursdays. I love you guys, and see you next week. Same time, same place.
The respecter.
Just about every day, talk to the Father and ask for change for this world. Because he sent Moses and the people rebel against Moses. Jesus Christ come, people rebel against Jesus, crucify him. So I ask the Father once more to make a move on the seven continent, North and South America, Europe, the West Indies. Let the people know him still alive, still on the throne. and weed out the bad ones and remain the good ones. Bless yourself up, people. Thanks for tuning in.
Blessing. Don, you're on the line, so you want to say something to the
Yeah,
listeners?
I just want to say, anywhere we see injustice, speak out. That's all I want to say. Anywhere we see injustice, speak out.
Agree.
Amen. Yes, definitely.
Have a good week and see you guys next week.
See you next
Bless
week.
up.
For all the listeners, next week we're gonna touch back on the church because we didn't get to touch that. We're definitely gonna touch the church next week, and we want to touch about the black family. We definitely want to talk about the black family and what welfare, Section 8, and those things are doing to the melanated skin families. Alrighty, so make sure that you tune in next week, and if you have a topic that you would like to share with us, please send it over to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. If you want to be anonymous, as the one, especially the one that sent in the one in regards to the sheriff situation, you can remain anonymous. We thank you for all of your inputs and for just listening in and sharing. Please share, go over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe. We're trying to get those numbers up, and so you can be notified. Also, please listen to all of the other talk programs. The other talk program, Let's Gripe, each and every Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Tonya, Marcus, and McKenna. And as you're doing right now, vibesing with us, Reason Thursdays. And do listen to the Lady D Show. And the Lady D Show is all about old school. I deal with big people music and old school stuff. And I will throw in one and two of the now music. Yes, I will. All right. You get your joke of the day. Did you know? What do you know about it? And interviews, views, and nothing but good music each and every Saturdays from 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour. We're gonna leave out the Respecter made this special song for us. So we're gonna leave out with the rest of it, and it is Reason We Are Reason, loving it to the maximum. Blessings upon blessings.
You know, say Dan and I left we. Dan mine and they are with we. A reason we are reason. Every Thursday night.
Donna Moody, big up yourself, my sister.
Yeah. If you got a topic you wanna share it, make sure send it to the Powerhouse Radio at Gmail. A reason we are reason. Every Thursday, reason we are reason. I want me say, reason we are reason. Say big up Cool G. A reason we are reason. I will. You see, and you know, you need to hear what we got to say. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send us that blessing. Say give us that blessing. Thanks for supporting what we do, what we bring to you, and you. I, a reason we are reason. Cebu, a reason we are reason. I, La Juliet, yeah. Well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Trickle down economics, working class people in a state of panic. The kid disappear. So what happened to the sufferer share? For the crumbs they must fight, while the privileged few still holding tight. Cry blood, cry blood, cry blood. Religion on the rise, false prophets, the people's demise. Some still waiting for their pie from the sky. while the finer things on earth are simply passing them by. Cry blood, cry blood, cry blood, cry blood. Stress, the poor man's closest friend. In a wilderness of despair, hoping that their redemption is near, while retreating down the dark streets of poverty, drifting on their oceans of insanity, as the system destroys their very being. Cry blood, cry blood, cry blood, cry blood. Black souls rise, crying out for mercy. Black souls rise, crying out for justice, justice, justice. Black souls rise, seeking equality. Black souls rise, yearning for peace, peace, peace. Cry blood, cry blood, cry blood, cry blood, cry blood, cry blood.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the
people
Caribbean.
in a state of panic, panic, panic. The kid disappear. So what happened to the sufferer share? For the crumbs they must fight, while the privileged few still holding tight, tight, tight. Cry blood, 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 cry blood.
Good night.